So I've gotten a lot of questions recently about water. People are interested in what are my views on water. What do I believe is the best type of water to be drinking, etc. So, with water, it happens to be a pretty deep matter, but there's a couple things I have to say on it. So first and foremost, the absolute worst thing you can be drinking is tap water. Okay, tap water is the worst thing you can drink. Why is this? Well, tap water has fluoride, added fluoride, and it's not naturally occurring fluoride that you would normally get from plants and whatnot. There's actually naturally occurring fluoride in tea and plants, but it's not the same thing. It's added. It's a pharmaceutical compound, and that's the first thing. The second thing is that there actually are pharmaceutical compounds in tap water. Okay, besides fluoride, there's literally pharmaceutical drugs. To varying degrees. Okay, I know that there's governing bodies that regulate and analyze and test the water to make sure it's not to an unacceptable level. But I believe pharmaceutical drugs in the water at any level is obviously a bad thing, especially if you're already on pharmaceutical drugs. You can have possible side effects and interactions from drinking tap water, and when you go to your doctor to tell them, hey, I experience these symptoms and whatnot, the doctor won't be like, oh, are you drinking tap water? The doctor's going to be like, oh, let's just put on more medications or change medications or whatever. So, yeah, tap water has pharmaceutical drugs in it and trace amounts, okay? Not a good thing. Tap water also has chlorine, which is not a good thing to be consuming or being exposed to too much, okay, even through the skin. It's best to keep that to a minimum if you can. It has a lot of heavy metals in it, and by heavy metals I mean all the corrosion, or not corrosion, but iron oxides and other types of metals from the piping and from the water system. Okay, they leach into the water. Also, various hormonally active compounds leach into the water, such as BPA and other xenoestrogens. Okay, tap water is full of them. Okay, there's a large amount of bullshit in tap water. So if you consume tap water on a regular basis, if that's your primary source of water, well, then you're fucked, okay? If you're experiencing any kind of health problems at all and you still drink tap water, yeah, like, you probably should read more about health. That's like the very first thing you learn when you start to research how to take care of your body without the mainstream medical system. Okay, the water you drink is the number one most important thing as far as your health and how you feel and how you perform. Okay, drinking tap water, of course, you're gonna feel like shit all the time, no doubt. It's horrible for you. There's no question about it. People who stick up for tap water, oh my god, it's hilarious. It's crazy. Like, a lot of people don't read before they talk. It sucks. So yeah, fuck tap water. So purified water is a step up from tap water. Purified water, so there's different types of purification. There's basic filtration, which usually keeps some of the fluoride but filters out the pharmaceuticals and other things. There is reverse osmosis, and filtration, I believe, is carbon filtration. Then there's reverse osmosis, which removes pretty much everything and might leave a little bit of minerals. But it basically, reverse osmosis removes all the viruses and bacteria. And by the way, I didn't mention that. Tap water also has viruses and bacteria in it. Not to any extreme amounts, obviously. That's usually what the chlorine is for. They put chlorine in the water to kill off the viruses and bacteria. But Reverse osmosis removes the viruses and bacteria. It removes the fluoride, it removes the chlorine, it removes pretty much everything in there. And then, so that's good as far as purification. But then you have a step further, which is distillation. Distilled water, distillation, is where they basically turn the water into steam, and then they collect the steam and bottle it as water. It's evaporation, I guess. And so that's the purest water you can drink, is distillation. Now for me, when I get purified water, pretty much everywhere in my city, on every street, there is a water filtration system where you can just take your reuse water jugs that you got from the store, and you can, like Ozarka water jugs or whatever, and you can fill up your water at the water purification system. In most places it's only 25 cents, but lately some places have been getting more expensive. I've seen 35 cents, I've seen 40 cents a gallon, but 25 cents a gallon is the norm. And the water purification systems that I've seen, they have like a 7-step purification where it does carbon filtration, it does distillation, it does reverse osmosis, it does IV radiation, which basically kills off any bacteria on the lens as the water goes through. And that's the most purified water you can buy. It's literally just water. There's no minerals in it at all. Nothing. However, since it's the softest water, since it's the most purest water you can buy, this is not necessarily a good thing. It's better than tap water, but there's no minerals in the water. And water, when we look at water in its natural state, like before humans touched it, essentially has all sorts of minerals in it, depending on the source. Spring water has less. Obviously, seawater has a shit ton. It's salt water. Well water has the most minerals in a beneficial ratios. All water in its natural form has minerals from soil and sand and from its natural environment, etc. So drinking water without minerals, we know, it's not what the environment is meant for. It's not what the human body is meant for. And that's just looking at environmental. But biologically speaking, there's a couple things that happens when you drink this super purified water. The first thing that happens is, well, the water is extremely acidic. Now, with this whole acidity and alkaline thing, it's, again, a mixed bag of tricks, but essentially, when you remove all the minerals from the water, it causes it to be acidic, because certain minerals in the water is what causes it to be alkaline in the first place. And when you consume acidic water, what happens is it throws off the balance in all the systems of the body. Your stomach needs to be acidic, your blood needs to be alkaline or slightly alkaline, certain parts of the colon alkaline, etc. Different parts of your body require different alkalinity and acidity. So anytime you hear somebody say, the body needs to be alkaline, they're full of shit. The body doesn't need to be alkaline, the body doesn't need to be acidic. Different parts of the body require different balances of pH. Stomach needs to be acidic, the blood needs to be slightly alkaline, etc. Colon needs to be alkaline, I believe, or acidic. The whole body can't be one pH or another, okay? So anytime you hear somebody say the body needs to be alkaline or alkaline, you should know that they automatically are full of shit. Absolutely. Okay, they have no clue what they're talking about. But acidic water throws off the pH in your body. Natural water is supposed to be naturally alkaline. Okay. Now, when you buy mineral water, like Crazy Water, which is a local mineral, it's mineral water. You buy, Fiji water is a very popular one. It's very easy to get Fiji. It's sold everywhere. Fiji, in my opinion, is very good. Crazy water seems to be all right. These are artisan waters or mineral waters. They have a very high mineral content, which makes them naturally alkaline. Okay. This Fiji water, where does it say its alkalinity? pH is 7.7, so it's slightly alkaline. It's actually on the high end of the body's preferred pH balance, which is great. Now this this one right here, the alkalinity is 6.2, I believe, 621. I want to say 6.2, which I believe is not bad. Oh, actually, the pH content is 8.2. That's pretty high, pretty damn high. Now, it's not really the alkalinity of the water that you want, it's the mineral content that you want. Because essentially, I have a video on this, again, it's complex. You want to hydrate yourself, H2O, water, pure water alone is not enough. In fact, pure water, like super purified water, will actually dehydrate you because it doesn't have the minerals in it. So sodium, and then magnesium, calcium, bicarbonate, sulfate, not sulfite, but sulfate, and fucking silica, lithium, zinc. All these minerals are required for hydration of the body. Different minerals are required for allowing water into the cells. They're all involved in the roles of opening up the cells for hydration. Without minerals, without sodium, without all these minerals, your body cannot absorb the water. It will not hydrate. Okay, so essentially you can think of distilled water just leaching out minerals and going right through you. Now again, there's caveats and different things to talk about when it comes to distilled water and leaching minerals, but essentially it's not good for your bones, it's not good for your blood, it's not good for your body, not good for your brain, not good for your health. I was drinking super purified water for years, since like 2013, and it gave me nothing but brain fog and respiratory issues and all sorts of problems. It completely threw off the pH of my body, and it made me feel like crap. So I definitely don't recommend purified water in any form, but it's better than tap water. If you do drink purified water though, if that's your only option, add Himalayan salt, not regular salt. Absolutely do not add regular salt. Add Himalayan salt, a pinch, okay? That's a cheap way of adding minerals back into the water. You want a pinch or 1/4 of a teaspoon, okay? Now, alkaline water is a scam, okay? When you buy like Essentia water and all these things, it's a cheap excuse for alkaline water, okay? If you're gonna spend $2 on a water for alkalinity, get Fiji water, okay? Get some kind of mineral water. You can buy the carbonated mineral water, that's fine. Actually, carbonation should help to oxygenize the body anyway, and might improve your hydration levels along with the minerals found in it. So mineral water is very important. Even if it's sparkling, that's fine. But the alkaline water is a scam. Like if you buy like just alkaline water and it's just purified water with sodium bicarbonate, with baking soda added in it, usually like Essentia and Pure Life, Nestle or whatever, these alkaline waters or if it's purified water with minerals added for taste, is bullshit. They just add baking soda and Himalayan salt, or they add isolated minerals to it. It's absolute bullshit. In fact, it'll hinder your stomach acid. Do not buy water with sodium bicarbonate added to it, okay? Well water will have bicarbonate and sodium naturally occurring, but it's not sodium bicarbonate. There's a big difference. It's a compound versus, it's a compounded mineral versus two minerals in separate forms, okay? They're not bounded. So there's a lot more to all of this as far as chemistry is concerned. But alkaline water is horrible. It will just hinder your stomach acid, and it'll throw off the balance of pH in your body. Do not get alkaline water. Buy naturally alkaline water. Okay, that means mineral water, spring water, etc., etc. This will actually have a more alkaline pH naturally, without added bullshit. Okay, mineral water is the best. Spring water is not as good as mineral water, but it's a good everyday solution, especially compared to all the other ones. Spring water should have some naturally occurring minerals in it, but it's not going to be nearly as good as the mineral water or the spring or the well water. Well water's great. Alpine water is good. Spring water is good. But if you're really dehydrated, you want the spring, or sorry, you want the mineral water. You want the water with the most minerals in it. Now, different types of mineral water is going to act differently, because there's different types of minerals and whatnot. But the most important thing is that you do get mineral water. It's from a natural source. You'll feel so much better. Okay. You really shouldn't need Gatorade to hydrate yourself if you have mineral water, because the entire electrolytes are literally the same thing as minerals. That's what electrolytes are. It's the electrical charge. It's minerals. They cause the electrical charge within the water. They basically give life. They give electricity to the water, which gives life and electricity to the cells. And it's part of the reason why most people feel so good on a raw vegan diet. Raw vegan diet will cause the body to deteriorate, but all the minerals they're getting from the live foods obviously is going to help the body with hydration, no doubt. It's not the healthiest thing in the world, obviously. It's not good long term, but it will hydrate you. But a better option is just to get natural spring water or natural artisan water. So, yeah, I mean, that's the meat and potatoes of everything. I'm sure I missed a couple of things to mention in here. I can go more into detail on mineral balance and sodium intake and how to properly hydrate your body and why minerals are so important and how to get minerals from other sources such as fruits, vegetables, etc. But I have other videos on that. Just search up search up my channel name and minerals in the content or whatever in the title. So, your normal everyday water, if you don't want to spend a shit ton of money on mineral water, just get spring water. Stored in glass is always better. I know plastic is not the best thing, but believe me, if you're drinking tap water, okay, you're getting way more toxic, estrogenic chemicals in the tap water than you would from mineral water found in plastic bottles, okay? I think plastic bottles is a very low price to pay for high quality water, but you can find it in glass bottles, okay? Glass bottles are great if you're concerned about the BPA and whatnot. You can get it in glass bottles, but mineral water is going to make a huge fucking difference, and being stored in plastic bottles not really going to make you feel. It's not going to give you really a bad effect. Okay, you're not going to feel any different from plastic compared to glass, even though scientifically glass is better. We know that. We know that plastic can leach chemicals into the water if it's exposed to direct sunlight, but if it's not exposed to direct sunlight, probably not really going to make a huge difference. So I highly recommend mineral water, and if you use purified water, add Himalayan salt to it. Stay away from tap water, stay away from purified water if you can. Spring water is a good alternative. Just drink a gallon of spring water a day. Just make sure that it's not purified, okay? Make sure it's actually just spring water. And just consume a lot of minerals, you know what I mean? Just research on hydration and whatnot. So if you have any questions, post them down below. Let me know what you think. I really want to hear whatever thoughts anyone might have, any kind of disagreements. Let me know if I missed anything. I'll talk to y'all in the next video.